So on the outside you can see that we've got that sunroof above the cab and this lovely new, I think they call it indigo blue Fiat Ducato cab with the lovely black and silver diamond cut alloys. Coming down then, we're going to get some wing mirror protectors again for these. We'll probably go for the mirror guards, and this is the diesel that requires the AdBlue, so you've got this really nice secure fuel filler point and AdBlue point. Lovely decals down the side, loving this new Escape look, loving the blue turquoisey effect. Coming down the side then you've got the wider Hecky door we've pointed out, and here you get the external gas barbecue point. You've got the vents for the Dometic two-way opening fridge, and we do get covers for those as well. They're stored in the motorhome. Your chemical point, and I will drop in the footage of the garage for you. So you've got a nice big long garage that runs across the back. Lovely new rear end to these Swifts. We've got the bike rack ready installed because we are now thinking about whether we take some bikes with us, and the rear view camera too. Again, nice graphics, nice new lights on these Swifts, are really modern and fresh. Then you get the other door into the garage. You can see we've got our running lights that run down the side of the vehicle too. The Alder heating point. And as you come down, you've got an external shower point just here. This is the LPG. This takes 2 bottles. It will take a 13 and a 6, or the 2 6s. You then get your electric hookup and your water fill point. Now this is on electronic valves, so underneath the motorhome you've got your electronic valve for your fresh and your waste. Now this is one thing that is just making us nervous a little bit with speed bumps. I've heard the stories of people catching these and knocking these as they go, but we'll see how we get on. And then that brings us back round to the front of the cab, and the different angle of this lovely blue shining in the sun today. So that, guys, is a quick look at our new Swift Escape 694. We need to come up with a name. So our motorhomes have always had a name that rhymes with the make. We've had a Bailey Autograph, she was known as Betty. We've had our Auto Trail Tracker, she was Aurora, and now we've got a Swift. So following that same pattern, using an S, what do we call her? What shall we christen our new motorhome? Got any ideas, any suggestions? How about dropping the name down in the comments, and we'll consider your thoughts too. And once we've picked one, we'll let you know. Starting at the front of the motorhome then, we have the standard Fiat Ducato cab. This is on the Series 9, so this is that updated dashboard. These are the last of this version before the new Ducato cab comes in at the back end of the year. This is fairly familiar to us. It's got all the features that we've had on our previous one, and features this car-like steering wheel. It is on the 6-speed manual, this one. It's the 140 brake horsepower cab on the 2.2. We do have a rear view camera installed, and that's replaced the rear view mirror here. And as you can see, we have the new style Remis blinds. Now that is the new one at the front, which, if you look, comes up this way. The only flaw we found is this one is quite a fixed camera, so the screen doesn't come all the way up. Not an issue for us because we have the rainbow screen to put on the outside. In terms of the side, this is the new turn and twist Remis cab blind, and these lock into place both at the bottom and at the top. I do quite like those. As for that standard cab arrangement, now what we have done this time, you'll see here we've invested in some dry robe covers for the seats. These both serve for us in keeping the seats nice and clean at the front, particularly in the winter months, but these are also quite comfy for the dogs to sit on during the day when the chairs are turned round. So let's have a look into the main habitation area then. And the first thing you'll notice is the new table. So these feature in the Swifts now. These are their rise and fall electric tables, which can be moved backwards and forwards with this lever, and you have an electrically operated switch for this, which is just by the kitchen here. So the beauty of this table is you can open it up. It has a little bar on the side that allows you to rest that on, like so, and then that tucks away. And then what you've also got down here is a little lever that allows you to move the table backwards, forwards, spin, twist and side to side. In the main cab area here then, for the habitation lounge bit, we've got two longer benches. So these are longer than what we had in our auto trail, which means we can sit out a little bit more. We've already had 6 people in here when Jamie's family came to visit us on our first night away at Ferry Meadows. Nice little armrest that fits in on the end. And what you do have are the agouti travel seats that are underneath. So these are folded down, but you can rearrange these cushions to bring the 2 travel seats for 2 passengers on the vehicle with you. On this side then, we're making use of that agouti seat by using the seat belt. This allows us to strap our 2 dogs in so they're nice and safe when we are travelling. Also in this part of the habitation area, we have a nice sunroof at the front just here, and we've also started to put our little bits and pieces back in to make it our home from home. And we've got these 2 little bins at the top. You'll notice that there is no drop down bed in this one, quite like that. We're back to what we had with our first Bailey Autograph, where we've got a lot more headspace here, but it also gives us larger cupboards back, which means we can store all our bits and pieces quite nicely and neatly. And we did lose a bit of this in the last one because we didn't have big cupboards at the top. Now for now, we've started to put things in. They may move as we get to use the motorhome, but what we have done is buy some of these foam pads to protect some of our mugs. We like proper mugs and wine glasses so they won't rattle or break on the move. At the front you also get these nice reading lights, and you do get these plugs. They are on both sides. Underneath you do get a little USB, and that is the same on this side, and there is also a further USB down under the bench here. So for charging devices in this space, you've got plenty. You get the fly screens and night screens, which are quite nice again, and we also get these lovely fabric panels on each side of the vehicle. These operate like you will have seen in our last one, fly screens and night screens. Coming around then, this features the extra wide Hartle door. Quite like this. You do notice it actually coming in and out of the vehicle. So this is a little bit wider than what we've had in the past, and again that comes with its own night screen and bin. We are on the new Swift control panel. We will show you this in a separate video, how that all works. And we're on the updated Aldi heating panel as well for the wet heating, carbon monoxide and smoke alarm. Moving around then, we have the TV. So we've bought a new Avtex TV and we have invested in a soundbar this time. And again, we'll do a separate vlog on that TV because this is the new HD version and the soundbar that goes with it. So we'll do a separate vlog for you on how that is working. But the bracket we've put up allows that to come into the middle here, so when you sat at the front, we both get a good view of the TV. Coming down then, there's this lovely panel. This is all illuminated, and there are lots of little storage bins within these to pop your bits and pieces, somewhere to pop flip-flops and shoes and so on, and a nice little hook that we're already making use of for our little overcoats and dog leads. Over on the offside then, we've got our kitchen. New for 24, Swift have popped in these drawer units, so you get some really deep pan drawers and storage. You can see they're quite deep, and then at the top now you get a really neat cutlery drawer, large sink and washing up bowl, and swan neck tap. You do get 2 plugs in this kitchen, as well as your light switch, and again the screens at the window. This is a Thetford Triplex Plus oven and grill, so a combined oven and grill below, but what you do get with it being the Plus, you get the electric hot plate as well as your 3 gas burners. We still use one of these microfiber cloths for driving and travelling. So above then, you get 2 large storage cupboards. Again, we've invested in the foam to stop the crockery rattle. You get the flatbed Dometic microwave, so no need for a plate to be stored or rattling, with some nice storage above. And another locker. We've had to fit our own brackets in here for some of our cups and mugs, but you do in here also have the freshwater and wastewater electric valve switches. So when it comes to dumping the water, we've got the electronic switches now. I'll show you those from the outside. Beneath the oven then, there is another drawer which we're using for various kitchen bits and pieces. And they do give you this little cupboard now, just to the side, that stores your chopping board and your draining board, the standard Swift ones. The only quirk with this is, to get the draining board out, you do have to open these drawers, just to allow it to come out. So it's not the best designed space. On the near side then, you get the Dometic 2-way opening 3 fuel fridge and freezer. So this is the dual opening door arrangement. It has got a freezer box at the top. It's a good size, a little bit smaller than what we had with the Thetford, but again, it is a good size fridge freezer. And then above that, you've got another storage cupboard, which at the moment we're not putting anything in because this is where the motorhome Wi-Fi is likely to be installed. But you do get the Vision Plus, your aerial, your solar panel controls and so on in this space. So where do we go from here? Well, this vehicle, the 694, is a mid washroom. So the washroom runs across the centre of the vehicle. So when you open this door, you now have the toilet, sink and storage and mirror all to one side. And then as you step in and close the door, you then have the tall, wide shower cubicle. Now Swift have done a really good job with this. Love the marble effect finish, love the little hooks you've got for your towels and your scrubs, and the place to pop your shampoos and shower gels. A really good eco shower head for the flow of the water. Trying this out on our first trip, really powerful, nice hot water flow coming through, and you do get a screen that is not see-through, so you know it offers some privacy in the middle here. The only thing we're not sure about though is this duck board. They all seem to come with one now. Not sure we stand on that to shower. Took it out when we had a shower. I had to pop it somewhere. Whether that stays in the vehicle with us or not, we'll see. And then, as I say, you've got storage beneath the sink and above the toilet. Then to the rear, you can close this bit off with these sliding doors. So these two doors come together to provide privacy from the bedroom end, and you get a good, I think it's 4'6" wide double bed. It's a good length. It's over 6 foot, which means for myself as a 6-footer, you get a good length to the bed. It's longer than the one we had in our tracker. You get two nice bedside tables. You've got your usual arrangement with 2 wardrobes and 2 lockers. And then at the back of the bed, you get these little storage cubicles for charging your phones, and there are USBs and lights and plugs for that. Again, night screens, fly screens, nice night light in the roof, and the lovely panelling rather than curtains and so on. There is a cupboard in the corner here. This has additional storage, excuse me, and it also has the Aldi header tank. Now we can't decide whether to pop a mirror on here again like we did in the tracker, or whether to pop one on the door in the bathroom. We've also added the TV bracket. This is an extra depth of wood behind this panel that allows you to screw this in here, and you've got your 12-volt and your plug and your aerial. There are also some nice little brackets in here again, little hooks for your coats or dressing gowns depending on the time of year. But it is a really good space. There is a plug to this side as well should you need it for hairdryer or other devices at this side. And as you can see, we've got the Alda wet heating that runs all the way around. So there are 2 radiators in effect either side, and there is a little flow behind the headboard as well that also keeps the garage nice and warm. So turning back round then, this is where we're thinking about putting a mirror. Don't know, it's quite a light door, so would welcome your thoughts on what to do with that. Drop it in the comments below. Do we put it here or do we put it in the bedroom? And then looking back down, you get to see the kitchen again, and the lounge and the cab area. And that, folks, is the internal arrangement of our new Swift 694 Escape. Before auto additions come to fit additional items to the motorhome, what we thought we'd do is just give you a quick look at the roof as well. You can see we've got the Vision Plus aerial. We've also got the new lighter Truma solar panel, the 100-watt solar panel. And you can see our 4 Heckeys in the roof as well. The far one at the back there is over the shower. The one in the middle is over the washroom in the centre of the vehicle. And that's where our aircon unit is going to go. You can then see there's one over sort of the lounge kitchen area at the front and one over the bedroom. So on this roof, by the end of today, there will be a Truma aircon unit, and there will also be the motorhome Wi-Fi aerial going on, and I'll show you a picture of those once they're installed. And then across this near side, above the door, across those fridge vents towards the bedroom window, there will be a 2-lay Omnistore awning fitted, one of the 4-metre awnings, and I'll show you when that is installed as well.